It's dragon time. It's the crack of the dragon's eye awakening from the east, and that fresh vision of the dream awakening. Whatever tendrils of the unknown want to emerge as the light cusp, and that threshold of song and light bursting forward and encircling us, casting us into a spherical knowing from the unknown of outer space and darkness, of each night and also of the universe around us. We come out of the void, the dark, the unknown, every day with mysterious clues to ourselves. And the most song and energy of any time and place on the earth erupting from fishes and birds and the earth itself as the light band, that ring of light, waxing and waning light, those two cracks of the dragon's eye, one waxing and one waning, one opening, one closing. It's sort of like two lungs, this in breath and out breath, a door opening and closing. And we're at this opening door, this opening window, this song bursting new and remembering. The morning and air rising from the east out of the light, where the bird song erupts, where even the fishes sing. In this water world, mostly we are made of water here in physical form. Although, if you go deeper, in between cells, there's so much space. It's equivalent to inside of every atom. A baseball in the middle would be the nucleus of the atom inside of a stadium. So that's a huge amount of space inside of all of our particles. So I find that interesting. It plays with my mind to imagine the space inside. And it plays with my air sign that rules my moon, which is Aquarius. I've found that I've always been able to connect to that space and to this center thing, anchoring it in this whole structure of spaciousness that is inside and that's part of everything as a wholeness. We emerge out of space and voids, almost like outer space consciousnesses of dreamlands, where I think we do perhaps travel in outer space and through worlds and dimensions, into underworlds and other worlds. We emerge into air in new vision every day. So to have air and that power and its virtue, you can see it's quite visionary, quite about communication, the song that wants to come forward, the first word spoken that creates all the forms. Um, there's a song in Scottish Gaelic from the Isle of Skye that was recorded, and the lyrics mean the echo of the song of the raven and the song of the swan and the song of all the birds echo across the lake. And I just think that is so complete because we have that whole band of light with that waxing and waning energy, and that's, of course, the beautiful swan rising and the raven carrying into darkness. I find this wholeness of all the birds in that third space so thrilling and queer and wonderful and true and related to what we talk about in Chinese medicine when you have the dark and the light, and they're always made of each other, they're always separate, they're always interdependent, they're always harmonious, they're always opposite, they're always yeah, they just have all these dynamics. So when you put that all together, the two really create 10,000 things. And the 10,000 things, that third space, all the different varieties of three, which are these catalytic shapes, the triangle, whether it's up or down, it's catalyzing some physical or spiritual form. Um, It's a beautiful manifestation pattern, and also many things good and many things bad. The triangle, it's related to fire and the cardinal energies, especially of the lower root, and about how we might get really stirred up in that hooved and horned way cardinal signs do of astrology, to have a lot of feelings, a lot of hooved and horned experiences about identity, about roots, about earth, about money, material, body, mind. I mean, mine belongs to Taurus, especially, which gets to be real like fixed. You get into like mine, and then you could start working in the like human, mental, emotional realm on that crossroads with the fixed energies of like, oh, this is mine. And once you have a mind, you might get into extractive industry and mining, but mine is also a beautiful sovereignty work, and you start to work with Bridget. Bridget's on this crossroads, Aquarius, hearth tender. You start to have a sense of dignity. There's a sense of ancestors with you, and maybe you've transformed and gone through something, and you value life. So you're on the Scorpio Taurus axis, and so this Leo can emerge. That's more the sunflower view, and the sun, and this heart that can express and play. And that's really the bloom of the whole year too. So it's the kind of the point in Chinese medicine. The main empress is the heart, and it's the queen. It's like, okay, the empress is the heart, while Leo, right? I mean, in all of our charts and in all of us, that's the part that's really here to remind us and to embody that shining. That like we're here for the heart's big wow. We're here for it. We're here to create that, to feel that, experience that, to be that reminder of that and express that. And so I feel like we've got this invitation to see a little bit here with catalytic energy, because I would say the cardinals, they share something with the sunrise. um, the most cardinal sign, the most fiery sign of the whole zodiac is Aries, because it's cardinal, which is more fiery in itself, and fire, and it's the first sign, and it's the spring equinox sign, and it is of course that young youthful energy where we just boom, like youth, the energy of birth and youth and catalysm, catalyzation. So every cycle starts with a cardinal sign. It starts every season at the solstices and equinoxes. Those crossroad tenders hold the solstices and equinoxes and the catalytic energy for like scene change, next thing. And they very much have cardinal energy is very much that do direct change energy. So new thing and boom, starting with fire, and then it goes always to a fixed sign next, because that's sort of the grounding middle part. Meet the human experience. And of course, we are just talking about the fixed crossroads is that. It's like holding the heart and hearth that really makes this human experience happen, holds that protection and balance. And then the mutable energy is spiritual, and that's always the sign that comes after on the wheel. And it does this 4 times, and those are the seasons. So in the spring equinox, we'll have Aries, and then we'll have a fixed sign Taurus, and then it'll go to Gemini, and that little conjunction, that little cohort, and Gemini's the mutable air. Um, that little cohort is the spring three. This little triangle work as a team to initiate us through spring and the time of our youth in terms of lifespan, if you want to look at astrology as that. So we're looking at many things guiding us with this crack of the dragon's eye and awakening to vision and newness. And I'm gonna film the actual crack because it's happening right now.